In this video, we got another episode of this series where I do rate and improve your guys' team. But this time, guys, we have a special guest on. We have my boy JC2K. We'll be giving you guys our best suggestions to help improve your teams. If you guys want a chance to be featured in one of these videos, make sure to head over onto Twitter, @EvanTanaka, and make sure to drop your team and how much MC you guys have underneath that tweet. So excited to do another collab video with JC. How we doing? How we doing today, man?
Doing good, man. I'm excited to get into this. This should be a lot of fun. Haven't done one of these build your team videos in a while, and we thought we'd bring y'all one of them this weekend. Next weekend we'll have another, probably a little more creative collab of some sort. In fact, I think we have an idea picked out already for what that's going to be, so y'all will have to wait and see what that is. But for this weekend, we're just doing this, and I'm excited to get into it.
Yes, sir, man. Let's get it going here. So first team here sent in by Bennett. I guess how you pronounce his name. He's got 180,000 MT. We wanted to get in the video with me or obviously JC. So looking at his squad here, not a horrible team budget wise, but also not like a great team. I think there's 2 or 3 huge upgrades you can make with that amount of MT. Like Pink Diamond Beasley has to be on the squad over Aaron Gordon. I think Jonathan Bender's fine at small forward. I think your power forward center could be better, but I think for now it's probably fine. Maybe go get a Galaxy Opal Miles Turner, a Galaxy Opal Dino if you wanted to. But then I think the other kind of improvement you can make is definitely at point guard, going ahead and getting a Pink Diamond Dyson Daniels. I'm not trying to like spend all of your MT, so I think just a Pink Diamond Dyson Daniels, a Pink Diamond Beasley, and then maybe one of either Miles Turner or Dino Raja would be a big upgrade for your squad. But what do we think, JC, about my boy Bennett's team?
Dude, I'm pretty much fully with almost everything you said. And here's the shame. His only unsellable dark matter is Aaron Gordon. I'm assuming this is a team where he's probably newer to my team.
Yeah.
And that's totally, but that being your unsellable dark matter sucks because he is just really disappointing. I know his stats and badges are great, but his jumper is just so bad. Really hurts that card. So I'm with Evan. I think I would take him out of the lineup. Realistically, I think point guard wise, one of probably a Dyson Daniels or a Caruso or something like that would be good to run with Banton. I think Banton's a stud. I think you could totally run him. And then Pink Diamond Beasley, I agree with as well. I would say at the big man spot, Dino, yes, I would do. I would sell KP personally and move Kalel to your bench with Eddie Curry, put Dino at the 4. Vlade's unsellable as well. But after that, gotta save some MT. You're level 17, and we're about halfway through the season. I don't know how long you've been playing for, but I would recommend using those double XP coins and trying your best to get Tim Duncan, whether it's the Pro Pass version or the regular version. Either way will be a massive upgrade for this team. Use your double XP coins. Go get Tim Duncan. Maybe you play Domination to get it done quickly. Then you get Jalen Williams as well. He'll be an upgrade to this team as well. Like you could play him on your bench over Rocco, or even over Caspi, whatever you want to do. Either way, that's my thought process.
Okay, sounds good, man. Now next squad, JC, what are we thinking? I'll let you go first here for Nicholas's team.
Dude, he's got 3 wow, that's a lot of MT. I like this. I've seen a lot of teams like this, people who are basically building the best unsellable teams they can and hoarding MT. And while I get the hoarding MT and I fully support it, I do think at times you got to use a little bit of your MT. I mean, it's not going to last forever, right? We're in April. The game's people are only going to be playing 2K25 for another, what, 3.5 months or so? Like by middle of August, people won't probably be playing too much. So with that being said, spend a little MT, get yourself some cards. And I mean, I'm not saying spend a ton of MT, but get an upgrade at the small forward position. Go add one of the dark matter small forwards. They're not that insane, but pick one of them. Luol Deng, Andre Kirilenko, Michael Beasley. Go get yourself a small forward upgrade to play over Tatum, because I don't think that Tatum card is very good. Maybe you slide Eddie Curry to your bench power forward and you get rid of Pat Burke and Hassan Whiteside, and you go pick up a couple of centers, whether it's Andrea Bargnani or a Pink Diamond Victor Wembanyama or a Chet Holmgren or an Alex Sarr. Spend your MT, live a little. We only got 3.5 more months in the game. Enjoy yourself. Go get a few cards. You can spend 500, 600, 700 KMT. You'll still be over 3 mil. So that's my thought.
I 100% agree. I say that all the time to everybody on videos and even my IRL friends. Like sometimes they be trying to hoard MT and I understand it, but it's like once you get to a point that we're almost in May, I mean, I'll probably only be playing this game for another 2.5 months. So it's like, for me personally, I would just spend not all of your MT, but spend a good chunk like JC's saying. For small forward, I do think you could definitely make a huge upgrade. You know, there's Beasley, there's Luol Deng, there's AK, there's Tim Thomas, there's Josh Smith. There's so many good dark matter small forwards you can get. And again, that's only going to take 500k at the most off your 3.9 million MT counter. I think your point guards are fine. Jason Kidd and Banton is good. I think Kawhi and B-Roy can stay. Again, small forward would really upgrade. If you're not going to get dark matter Beasley, I would probably get the Pink Diamond card off the bench. But if you get dark matter Beasley, you can just go ahead and keep Rocco. And like JC was sort of talking about, I do like the suggestion of moving Eddie Curry to your backup power forward position, getting rid of Pat Burke. And I think as simple as a Pink Diamond Wemby gets the job done. If you want to go for, like JC said, a Chet, a Sar. Maybe you go spend a lot of MT for Kareem. There's a lot of different suggestions you can do with this type of squad. But overall, I think the team's decent to start out with, but with a couple upgrades and maybe spending a million MT at the most, you can make some huge improvements. Looking at the next squad here, coming in from, would you pronounce that Damian? Damon? I don't know how you pronounce that.
Probably Damon. I really don't know though.
Yeah, probably Damon. He says, come on, Evan, I'm trying to get on the vid. Tell me what you really think. That's a little sus, but 1.8 mil, 1.8 mil here for the team.
A little sus.
Well, tell me what you think. Tell me what you really think. Okay. Good starting lineup though, besides Adam Morrison. The bench could use quite a bit of upgrades. I mean, if you have Brandon Ingram unsellable, I guess you could keep him. Josh Smith unsellable. Wemby is sellable, but I would definitely get rid of Adam Morrison, KG, and Tyrese Halliburton. I think those are the 3 big upgrades I would make. And again, it might be similar suggestions at small forward, but again, those are just the best small forwards for this MT price point. Go get yourself a Beasley. Go get yourself a Tim Thomas. Go get yourself an AK, a Luol Deng. Either one of those, any of those cards are really good for their price. And then for a backup power forward, again, there's a lot of different upgrades you could go with. If you want to spend more MT, there's Dark Matter Chet, there's Dark Matter Sar. If you don't like those cards, there's also Dark Matter Embiid, there's Dark Matter Hakeem. There's so many good power forwards in this game. And then backup point guard, again, depends how much MT you want to spend, but even a Dark Matter Manu Ginobili, he gets the job done. A Dark Matter Stephon Castle is also a really good buy. So a lot of suggestions you could do with this squad. What do you think, JC? Any other changes you'd make with the squad?
I really have almost nothing to add. Manu at backup point guard is a no-brainer to me. Adam Morrison probably needs to go at small forward, and really, again, it's up to your opinion in terms of what type of skill set you want at small forward between guys like Luol, AK, Beasley, Tim Thomas. And then I personally would probably put D-Rob back up 4, play Wemby at your backup 5, and then maybe pick up a center. I just think a guy like a Chet Holmgren or a Sar is more impactful at center than D-Rob is because they have bigger player builds. I feel like they get slightly better defensive animations in terms of blocking shots and rebounding and competing with the Wembys and Yaos and guys like that of the world. So in my opinion, I'd probably get one of those 2 guys and slide D-Rob to your backup 4. But yeah, I'm basically with Evan. I think this team, those are the perfect adjustments to really upgrade this squad.
Alrighty then, next squad here sent in from Bala. He's got 1.2 mil, Kareem sellable, willing to upgrade. What do you think, JC, about his squad?
Well, Kareem is sellable, but I wouldn't sell him. I think Kareem's an absolute stud. And honestly, I mean, unless you want to buy like an insanely souped up pink diamond Wemby or like a opal Wemby, which realistically at this point, I almost recommend the opal. But I think you have good bigs. Unless you want to replace Kareem, I'd probably keep him. I like the way your bigs are. I don't think you need to make changes there. Shea is obviously a monster. I don't love the rest of the guard forward situation though outside of Shea. Is that a sellable Shea?
It is.
I think
it is a sellable Shea. Yes.
That's a lot of MT sitting there. I mean, I'm not gonna say you should sell Shea, but he's over 2.5, 3. Like you're looking at a lot of MT there if you were to sell that card. And then you could realistically run like Manu Ginobili, Stephon Castle for like 500k combined, less than that. And then you'll have flexibility to spend 2 million MT on your shooting guards and small forwards and still probably have 1 million MT left over. So that just gives you a lot of flexibility to go get guys like Kawhi, AK, Beasley, etc. Maybe you run one of Pippen or Jalen Williams still at your backup shooting guard position, whoever you prefer there. You could run LeBron or Morrison if you still really like those cards as well. Like you have the flexibility to do that, but I almost would sell Shea. That's my thought process because you have so much flexibility if you do. And if you do sell him, the only guarantees to me is that your point guard should be Manu and Stephon Castle. The rest of it is kind of opinion based, although I would probably recommend Kawhi at shooting guard would be my number 1 recommendation. Small forward's a lot more flexible.
Yeah, I think I agree honestly with everything there. If you want to sell Shea, you can. If you don't, I think you can still make some upgrades to this team like JC was talking about. But looking at the last squad of the video, guys, is going to be from Jake. He says Shea's his favorite player. So this time he's not selling him. So JC, we're not able to sell Shea here this time. He says anyone else can go or be replaced. So 300,000 MT to work with is not as much as the last couple teams we looked at, but I think that's enough. You can make some huge upgrades with your team. I don't know what to do with the whole Jason Kidd and Devin Booker situation because they're both unsellable. And it's like, if you're not selling Shea, you kind of have to pick between either one. Now, I like Jason Kidd more, but that just sounds crazy to put Devin Booker in your last 3 spots. But I feel like you almost have to. I don't think you can run both of those cards on the same line. I think for me, I would stick Jason Kidd at backup point guard. Again, as much as it probably sucks, you probably got him out of 100 overall box. I would maybe not play Devin Booker, slide Ingram over to the 2. And then again, there's those small forward options. I think for you, Luol Deng's probably the best option just because he's going to be a really good defensive card next to Brandon Ingram and Kidd. But then he also gives you that other secondary ball handling ability besides Jason Kidd, you know, to kind of score if he really needs to. And I would say that's about it you need to do. If you wanted to go upgrade, maybe a Miles Turner over Moses Malone, but realistically, I don't know if that's even that much of an upgrade, or Galaxy Baldino. So I think for this squad, it's really just going to be slide either Jason Kidd or Devin Booker to backup point guard, move Brandon Ingram over to backup shooting guard, and just go ahead and get Dark Matter Luol Deng or your backup small forward. Or you could obviously start him over LeBron and then have LeBron off the bench. It really just depends what you want to do with your squad. But for the last team video, or for the last team here of the video, what do you think, JC?
I almost agree with everything you're saying, except I would just run Kidd and Booker. I don't see why not. Booker's 6'6", he's got 99 interior. J Kidd's the best defensive 6'4" point guard in the game, and he's an absolute god on offense. Yeah, you're a little small off the bench. Your bench plays what, 5 to 7 minutes a game probably. You can have amazing scoring off your bench, 2 incredible shot makers and shot creators as your backup 1 and 2, and they're both going to compete at a very high level defensively. This isn't like it's Pink Diamond Booker. This is a 99 everything Devin Booker. He will compete defensively at the 2, and he's 6'6". That's not tiny by any means. A lot of people are running 6'6" shooting guards at their 2. My thought is the small forward position is where you need to upgrade. Really got to pick between LeBron and BI. Whoever you prefer between those two should be your bench small forward. And then I do fully agree with Evan. I think Luol Deng is the guy to pick up at that starting small forward position. And then, I mean, I probably like Miles Turner a little more than Moses Malone. I know Evan mentioned him. I might potentially consider that. Or Andrea Bargnani as well would be an option. But at the end of the day, you don't have a lot of MT flexibility. So probably just get Luol and call it there. Is probably my honest thought, but I would run Kidd and Booker together personally. I think they're good enough to do it. That's my thought. That's all.
Yeah, I would say I think it's definitely a fair take. I mean, yeah, Booker does play defense because he's a 100 overall card, so that does make sense. But that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. Again, of another rate and improve your guys' squad type of vid with JC. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy this one. Again, like JC mentioned earlier in the video, we will be getting you guys the more creative and hopefully more entertaining videos on the next Sunday, or probably the next Sundays, going, you know, into May, going into June. Want to get you guys some more creative videos. I know you guys probably like the rate your teams and you like the tier list and all that type of stuff, but I think really going into the summer, I think we both want to really get you guys that entertaining content you guys can actually watch and really enjoy and see us compete against each other. I want to do some other kind of like even like an amazing race video. I think that'd be really cool, where we do a bunch of different challenges and we have to race through the game and do set different challenges, and whoever wins the amazing race. Then we have to quick sell a card or something like that. There's a lot of great ideas we can do here, and hopefully you guys do enjoy those, and hopefully you guys are looking forward to those in the future. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this video as well, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.